Hello there, my name is Rose, you're watching Rosella, and this is roleplay tips that absolutely changed the way that I roleplay. And like, I'm not even just saying that for like title purposes and clickbaitiness. I do not even know what I would do if I roleplayed without using these. I'll let you get into the video. Hello there, it is in-game Rosella here, as I just explained. It's very autumny in here right now. I am feeling very cozy vibes. I have a warm ginger scented candle on, have an English breakfast tea. It is raining outside and I was just watching loads of autumn TikToks and Gilmore Girls and it was great. But anyway, besides that, it's time for tip 1, which is to use sparkle lotion for or makeup. Sparkle lotion? Oh my gosh. Sparkle lotion or makeup for like sicknesses or illnesses. And I'll show you what I mean. I kind of like accidentally discovered this because I colored the sparkle lotion wrong. But I was like, oh my god, that could like work really well. So I think it's the middle of the heart, which is also the color of the sparkles. And if you put it on and then you press, obviously, so that you get sparkles all over you, you get like the sparkles all over your arm, and you can't really see it that well in this light, to be honest. You can kind of see it. It works better at night, if I'm honest. There you go. You can kind of see it if I go a little bit more in the darkness, I think. I don't know. Oh yeah, there you go. Let's get a good emote. Oh gosh, this has not gone very well. There you go. You can kind of see the sparkles on my arms, and obviously they're pink, so maybe this would be like, I don't know, like some kind of illness. If you were doing a role play, I feel like that could be really fun because it stays in your inventory as well. So I know that these sparkles ran out, but then you can just like reapply it, and say you like go over to the medical area and you could have like an illness on your character. And like, this is like one of those things that I love. I love being able to like roleplay and have it physically on my character. It just makes it so much more immersive and I love it. And I'm sure you could even change like color of these sparkles. Oh, this is my new dawn, by the way. I haven't shown this to you guys yet. Surprise! You can probably change color of the sparkles, I think. I think it's this middle one because these sparkles are pink. Hang on. Say if I want to make them like, I don't know, green. I feel like that's an illness. People get green spots. Not in real life, but in like TV shows. Oh, damn it. Now I'm just sparkly. This should work, hopefully, I think, if my theory is right. And I should hopefully get green sparkles on me. No, I've just got more pink sparkles. Hello, future Rosella here. This didn't work in the recording, but I know that there is a way to change it. I just don't know how. I think maybe you have to change the color and then like rejoin or like reset it in some way. I'm not sure. But yeah, if anyone knows, then just let me know, please. But either way, like you get pink sparkles on you. So you get the point. Like you get like sparkles on you and it could be like an illness. And I also mentioned makeup because say if you did this and then maybe you're like ill, you could have like blush on or something. You can just like get creative with it. I have like a bunch of makeup in here. Lip gloss might work. There's some lip gloss on. I think the sparkle lotion is probably like one of the best ones. The blush also works as well. Okay, so tip number 2 is to change your outfit for classes. I need to go over to the lockers for this. Oh wait, I can just do this. Oops, I keep on forgetting that these things exist. Anyway, this is so incredibly fun for when you're doing like your little solo role plays, and I'll show you what I mean. So basically, imagine it's about to be basketball class. Okay, so I'm coming over here. I've just been spawned at my locker, and I love to sort of like pretend that I'm about to go get ready for basketball class. And you could go like all out with this, and you could make like saved outfits that look really, really cool, and have like PE kits and everything. But what I like to do is just think of what my character might need to play basketball. So maybe if my hair's down like it currently is, I'll go into the ponytails and then I'll put on like a ponytail hair that I really like, and then she'll have her hair in a ponytail, and maybe I might take off the hat in case it falls off whilst I'm in basketball. I might put some trainers on. Where are my trainers? Here. And there is like a decent amount of time between lessons where you can do this. Ignore my lip gloss. I kind of don't like the lip gloss. I regret putting that on. I look weird. Anyway, there is like a decent amount of time in between classes, so you can do things like this. This is super duper fun, and it sort of just adds that role play element when you're by yourself, which is just, I don't know, it just makes Royal High so much more fun. So let me just like reset my outfit. Let me put it back to normal. 3 work really, really, really well with this one. In fact, it's actually tip 2 that gave me the idea for tip 3, and it's essentially to use the roleplay item items when you're getting changed or in between classes. So there's like 2 different ways that you can do this. I'll show you the first one. So for example, say if you wanted to put your hair in a ponytail for basketball class, like I just showed you, I'd go onto the tool and then I'd put brush ponytail and then I'd put my hair in a ponytail, and it's like such like a little simple thing, but it just, I don't know, it's fun. I love doing it, and it's just like it adds that as well, that little bit of immersion. So I'm brushing my hair into a ponytail, put my hair in a ponytail, and then I take my hat off, and then I roleplayed using the brush, and it's really fun. And I'm gonna keep on saying that, but it is really fun. Hang on, where's my hat gone? And also, which is really good about this as well, actually, is that you get diamonds for using the brushes in between class. So like using the brushes or doing the makeup or just things like that, you get like diamonds for. It's a mini quest now with the new quest system. So not only is it super fun and helps you roleplay and adds that little element of immersion, also get diamonds for it. So like it's just a must, basically. And the other way I was talking about is, say again, we'll use the basketball class example. I don't think I have any on me. No, I don't. But say you're going to basketball, you wouldn't want your ponytail to fall out or get all messy, so I might put some like hairspray on or something, or I might use some deodorant, which I also don't have. I'm very unprepared for this video, oh my gosh. And it's just super fun. So you can like use the little items. Maybe before you go to basketball class, you don't want to smell because you're working out, so you might put some perfume on, you know? So it's just like little things, and you can get creative with it, like with what you want to do. I also really love doing things like this for archery class. I know that when you do archery, you're not supposed to have like anything on you that could get in the way, and you're supposed to have like your hair up and everything, so I love to do that before I go to archery class. And also chemistry class as well is a really good one to do that for, you know. Obviously most of you have been to school and done practical classes in science class, so you know you're not supposed to have any jewelry or earrings or accessories on whilst you're in chemistry class. Your hair's supposed to be up, you're supposed to be wearing a lab coat, and just like things like that, just to like add that little element of immersion, and it's super fun. And actually this next tip, oh hang on, wait, let me put my outfit back to normal. Whoop. Have any of your guys like saved outfit things been really glitching at the moment? It just takes ages for it to change. I don't know if that's just me, but anyway, this next tip I haven't actually tried yet, but hear me out. This was commented by one of you guys on a community post that I put out, and I saw it and I was just like, I've never actually thought of that, but I feel like it would be so fun. And this was commented by Jenny Smile 6701, and she said to give your character like a hobby, so they could like photography, maybe they like painting, maybe they like gardening, and I thought that was such a good idea. So I'll go over to my dorm. I think would probably be the best way to show you guys this. Say your character really likes gardening and they're a nature fairy, for example. Maybe they would go around their dorm making sure they water their plants every morning. Like I don't have many plants in here to showcase this with, but maybe they would like go over to their plants and make sure, oh no, this has gone wrong, oops, and go make sure that they're watering, like go over to their plants and make sure that they water them every morning. And that would be so cute, like going around your little dorm with your watering can because you're a nature fairy and you like gardening. It's just like the little things, like I always say, like just doing the little things, it just sounds so fun. And there's so many like different things I imagine that you can do with this as well. I know there's a camera item. Maybe after school your character would want to go around the campus and try to like take photos of everything. That could be a really fun roleplay to do. Again, painting. I'm not sure if there's an actual paint set item. I know there's paint, but maybe you want to build like a little painting area in your dorm and you can roleplay painting and create like a story narrative around that. There's just so many like fun different things that you can do with this idea. And she commented a bunch, like I'll put a comment on screen. She commented a bunch of really good ideas, so like slow this section down and read them if you want to. There was too many for me to fit in with all of the ideas that I also had, but this one was my favorite. I thought it was a really good idea, so shout out to Jenny Smile for that. And yeah, this next tip, it's not really one that you can do at a specific time. It's more just something that I've picked up that really just helps stop the friction when you're trying to roleplay, I guess, and just sort of helps things go more smoothly. And that is to have keybinds that you actually use. And I know that's a bit vague, but hear me out. I have a bunch of keybinds that I use when I roleplay. I have like this one, which is just like a cute little sitting emote, because I do find that a lot of the time I do just want to like sit on things and like not in like a weird way, like just go around sitting on everything. But say you're at your friend's dorm and you're both just just standing there randomly. Maybe you both just want to sit on the floor instead. Or like, that wasn't a very good example. I'll walk around, see if I can find like a good example for you. But there's just like loads of cute little things that you can do with different emotes around campus that just help you immerse yourself in the roleplay a little bit more and help it feel more real and more fun. And there's a bunch of different sitting animations as well, so I'm sure that you'll find one that you liked. I like to change mine every now and again. I have sort of like different things that I do. Where's like a good example? Oh, I know one. Say if you are over here and you are about to go into your English class and you are role-playing that you have an exam that day and you need to quickly look through some notes. Maybe I'll go over here and I'll grab my English book and then I'll just sit on the floor and read my English book for a bit. Like, it's so cute, because if I didn't have that keybind, then I'd have to go into my keybind things and have to go to the sitting poses and scroll and flick through them all and end up looking really silly trying to find one that I like. So it's just really nice if you have your keybinds all mapped out, and you can do so many things with this as well. The main reason why I call this a tip is because of this next one. Is I absolutely love these little sitting emotes where your legs are hanging off of things. And I know that sounds like oddly specific, but there's like a bunch of them, like not that one, whoops. Yeah, look, they're all around here. The wishing on a star, rooftop hideout, life evaluation, which is one that I use. And they're so cute for sitting on things that you wouldn't be able to sit on, if that makes sense. And they're pretty easy to line up. Like, say if I want to sit on this side of this thing, all I have to do is like line myself up for a minute. I mean, you'll get better at that, and then just sit down, and then it looks like I'm using like an actual emote, and it's so cute and so useful for, again, smoothing out your role plays and getting rid of the friction and just being able to role play something that you want to, if that makes sense. Like, just being able to sit on random things and have your character interact with the world the way that they usually would if it was real, you know. I'll show you my keybinds. So I have this one that I've shown you, which is just like a cute little normal sit. I have a sitting down one where my legs are hanging off the edge of something, like I've shown you. I also have like a laying down one. I'd recommend that if you'd like do any of your keybinds, have those three. So just like a normal sitting on the floor one, a sitting with your legs hanging one, and then one where you're laying down. I'd say those are the ones that I use the most. I have this one as well, less of a roleplay one, but you know when you're speaking to people and you just feel like you need to like emote or like dance or something, I just randomly spam this one like this. Yeah, I have this one as well, which is sort of the same thing. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so shocked. I'm so shocked. Wow. Anyway, I have this one. What is this one? Oh, this one. I don't actually use this one. I use this one in Sunset Island mostly when I win. I like to, like, say if I'm role-playing in Sunset Island, do the little celebration when I win because I am weird. Anyway, I have this one, which is like a bow. Again, good for role plays. I don't use that one that much. I have this little dance. Also, good for role plays. I do use this one. I use this one more in conversations, less for role plays. I have this T-pose. That's for dressing up. This is a role play video. Whoops. And then I have this. This is just funny. I like to use this one. I use this one to worship the Fountain Girl a lot because it's been 5 years and I haven't won a single Halo. Anyway, moving on. Keybinds are really great. I'd recommend that you at least sort them out. Or also, actually, this isn't on my list, but I just thought of this. Keybinds and like idle poses. So I did my idle poses because I'm really, really fussy about like my walking animation because I am a funny human being. And the only one I really liked was the balance walk, but I didn't like how my arms were always in T-pose. So I did my keybinds, not my keybinds. Oh my gosh, I'm confusing myself. I did my idles just so I could change that because I didn't like it. But it sort of just like adds immersion, like I said, to your role plays when you have your keybinds, not keybinds, oh my gosh, when you have your idles done, because obviously typically every time you walk and every time you stand, you are not going to stand in the same position. Like obviously this one isn't as realistic, I just thought it was cute, but like there's a bunch in here that are super cute, and it's just every time you stand in a different position, and it works great if you have a bunch of them on there like I do. Here they are. Here's my idles. Feel free to slow this down if you want to have a look at them. There's not that many here actually. I thought I had more than that, but these are all the ones that I use. Yeah, but this can just be really, really useful, and I find it really, really useful. So I thought I would share it with you guys. Okay, and now this one. My friend's here now. Everyone say hi. What was I saying? I don't know. Oh yeah, this next one. Okay, there was a few people in the comments of my video about my opinions on this campus, saying that they didn't really like this campus because it felt very grindy. And like, I can see how you would think that. I personally feel like this campus is just as good for role-playing as the last one. So this tip is sort of a little bit like a 2-in-1. It's to fully use the areas in the campus or the features in people's dorms, and I will show you this. Okay, we have so many amazing areas for role-playing in this campus, and I think often, like a lot of the time when we are role-playing, we just like forget about them. I'm just gonna walk around the campus and tell you guys like cool role-plays ideas that you could do here because I want to. We have this little lunch area which is so cute for like doing like hangouts with your friends at night time. It's just so adorable. I don't know why, it just has a good vibe over here. And particularly in the office, there's so many amazing, oh, there's my friend. I spy a friend. There they are. Hello. So many amazing role plays that you can do with the things that are in here. For example, obviously you have Poppy's desk. Poppy, I got her. I don't know, volunteering, whatever. Just making like role plays out of the things that already are there is like a little bonus tip. But the counselor's offices in here, these don't just have to be counselor's office. You know, you can get creative with it. I did a role play with my friend who joined, and she was the teacher, and this was like a teacher's office, and it was so fun and such like a perfect little thing to choose. Like, oh no, my animation broke, whoops. But like, look at me, I'm a teacher right now. I'm teaching, I'm telling someone off. Like, there's just so many cool things that you could do with the spaces. Obviously you have these, you also have the nurses' offices over here, and I think more what I mean by this tip is just don't forget that these things are here. You know, you can craft your role plays around the things that we have in the campus. Like, we have an entire nurse's office in here. Like, go and do a role play with your friends where someone gets like really sick and you have to craft like this potion to fix them because the nurses have lost all hope or something, and it's just really fun. And especially I feel role plays are so much more fun when you have places to do them. So just making your role plays around the places that we have can be so incredibly fun. And like I said, you can use that roleplay that I said with the sparkle lotion. Your friend is really sick and they're covered in a neon pink spots all over their body, and then that's like the illness, and it just adds the extra layer of an immersion because not only are you in an actual real nurse's office, not just someone's bed like we used to have to do in campus 2, but it actually looks like they're ill. And I don't know, it's just so fun because look, and you have all of these and it's so fun. You have all of like the emotes, all of the little things. And what I mean really when I say this is that we have so many amazing areas in modern Royal High for role-playing that we should remember to use them because it's so fun to roleplay when you have actual areas that are meant for roleplay. I mean, like, this whole entire nurses thing over here, you can make food if you want to roleplay as a nurse. Oh, book. Thank you. You can pretend to wash your hands and it like actually works, and it's just like Royal High is so good for role-playing, guys, and we have so many areas to roleplay in this campus, and this tip was more just to like emphasize that like there are so many good roleplay areas in this campus and we need to use them more because I feel like I forget to do them. Honestly, I probably put this tip in because I feel like I always forget to use these, but maybe if I always forget to use these, that means you guys do too. So I hope this can be a little reminder for you. And for this next tip, I've lost count of how many this is. I think it's tip 7. I don't know. Anyway, I think this is tip 7, but I'm not sure. This next tip, we need to go to my dorm because it is so amazing and I love using this tip so much. Let me fly over there. I'll cut this out for you guys. Going over to my dorm. I spied a friend. I spied a friend stealing a dorm next to me. Anyway, that was a really weird laugh. I love doing this in my school role plays, and this seems really obvious, but I never really used to do this. But it's essentially giving your dorm or like your sleeping area like a cute little shutdown service before you go to sleep. And it works like when you're waking up, like opening the curtains when you wake up, but like closing them before you go to bed. So say if I was pretending I was going to sleep, maybe I'm coming in here and I'm putting my cute little PJs on, and I've just done my makeup. Before I go and hop into bed, I spy another friend. Before I come in here and I hop into bed, I might close all of my curtains and I might turn off all of my fairy lights. Hang on, how do I do that? There you go. I might turn off all my fairy lights, and then I climb up bed and I close off these curtains and I sit down using my emotes because I am an amazing person and I listen to Rosella's roleplay tips. And I close off all of these, and maybe I want to blow my candle out and turn my lamp off, and then I can go to sleep. It's just so cute. Oh, that was a terrible sleep emote. Whoopsie. Wait, no, that's even worse. And I can go to sleep, and it's just so cute to give yourself like a little shutdown service before you go to bed. And it just, you know, again, immersion and roleplay, and it just makes it more fun. But, you know, obviously also on the flip side, then when I wake up in the morning, I can, well, first of all, pretend that my alarm goes off by clicking this. That's a really cute, fun little thing that I discovered the other day. But then maybe when I wake up, I want to like turn my lamp on because I'm sleepy, and I want to put my candle on because I'm romanticizing Royal High. Like, it's just so fun. And then I can open my little curtains, and I can fly off my bed, and then I can go over and open all of my curtains, and then sit over here, and I have like a cute little tea whilst I wait to be teleported by the magical fairies to the dressing up room. I don't know, it's just so fun, and I love doing these like little things where you sort of make your space work with the roleplay. So in a way, this is kind of similar to the old tip. I don't know, it's just really fun to pretend to roleplay, I guess. Okay, and this leads me on to the last tip, and this tip is courtesy of one of my very, very best friends, and it isn't really one that I can show you. It's more one that we just have to talk about, which is why we're just gonna sit here and have a little talk about it. And that is that to make your roleplays feel more fun and to genuinely be excited to wake up every day and roleplay on Royal High is just to know that sometimes you do have to embrace a little bit of cringeness. And when I say that, I don't mean putting in your name, Jake loves Emily, monster, fairy, best looking in the school. I don't mean that. That's a step too far. That's a little too much embracing. But I mean, and especially when you first start roleplaying again after a while, it probably isn't gonna feel very natural, and it probably is gonna feel a little cringe. And what I mean by that is that when you're going around the server and you are like closing your curtains and blowing out your pretend candles for no reason, and I know this sort of made me feel a bit silly when I first started, it is just gonna make you cringe a little bit. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you don't like roleplaying and that roleplaying isn't for you. It just means that you probably haven't roleplayed in a while and this doesn't feel natural yet. And I think this is like really, really important to say. And like when she said this, I was like, oh my god, you are right. Like, you are so right. That makes so much sense. To roleplay and to have fun with it, you need to learn to embrace the cringe side of it, because there is a cringe side to it. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and pretending that I am in a fairy world and that I blow out pretend candles and walk around changing my outfit before pretend lessons isn't a little bit cringe and isn't gonna seem crazy and bizarre to some people. Like, obviously it will be, and obviously you are gonna run into people in servers who are very verbal about how that makes them cringe, but I think that's okay. And I think that part of learning how to roleplay and learning how to enjoy roleplay is embracing that cringe side of it, you know? I really love that tip, and I wanted to say the best till last, and arguably one of the most important till last. So yeah, I thought that was a wonderful way to end this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, shout out to Jenny Smiles 6701. Thank you for commenting on my post. If you guys want to be included in videos like this one, I often do put like little posts on my community tab for ideas for videos like this, because, you know, this is a one-man show, as they say, and I am the one man. It is only me, and these ideas are sometimes, not always, but sometimes quite hard to come up with. So I like to put little posts out, so make sure you have your notifications turned on and look out for those, because it makes me happy to see that you guys commented. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. What is my outro?